Do you sometimes doubt the existence of God? That's okay, everyone does. Or do you just not believe in God in general? Or do you think there are too many odds for God to even exist? Well, think again. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 arguments that prove the existence of God. Let's go! What's up guys, it's Parker from Some Perfect Videos and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another devotion, and today I'm sharing 4 arguments that prove the existence of God. These 4 arguments were written by none other than my amazing Bible teacher, whose name I will not mention just because of safety reasons and blah blah blah. So, but you know who you are if you're watching this video. Thank you so much for writing these arguments, and I'm so excited to share these with you guys because they changed my life, and I hope they changed yours too. So I have them written down on this paper, so don't get mad at me for not memorizing them because there's a lot on here. Before I learned these arguments, and even a little bit after, I doubted God's existence all the time. And you know, it's just one of those things. You're like, well, what if he doesn't? What do I do if he doesn't exist? What do I do if, you know, it's not true? Well, I'm sure everybody thinks that. But once I learned these arguments, it made me feel so much better, and I doubted a lot less. You guys know the drill. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Comment down below any other video suggestions if you can. Comments might be disabled, and that's not me, it's YouTube. Sorry about that. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first argument is called the causal argument. It's about the cause of the world, basically. So, I'm going to read this to you. The laws of physics that govern time and space state that anything that comes into existence must have a cause that brought it into existence. Since those laws govern time and space itself must have a cause that brought it into existence. Therefore, the cause of time and space, by necessity, must exist outside of time and space in order to be able to cause time and space into existence. That cause is God, who is the only uncaused cause. God does not have to be caused since he exists outside of time and space and is not bound by the laws that govern time and space. And since he is not bound by time, he can be eternal. This is basically saying that the laws of physics govern time and space. They state that anything that comes into existence has to have a cause that brought it, has to have something that brought it into existence. Because, like, you know, we have parents. Our parents brought us into existence. We didn't just appear. So how did time and space just appear? Because something would have had to have caused it, because the laws of physics govern it. So something would have had to have caused it. But then the cause, by necessity, would have had to existed outside of time and space, which God does exist outside of time and space. And since he's not governed by those laws that govern time and space, he can be eternal. So God is an eternal being, and he brought time and space into existence, which is pretty cool. Argument number 2 is called the design argument. Let's read it. If there is a design, there must be a designer. For example, if one finds a watch in the woods, the person will logically conclude that the watch was a product of a watchmaker and someone had accidentally dropped it in the woods. It would not be logical to conclude that the watch was the result of chemical processes found in the woods. Since we see design in the intricacies of DNA in our universe, there must be a designer of these things, God. So it's basically saying, you know, let's take my hairbrush for example. This didn't just come into existence from a chemical reaction, you know, a natural chemical reaction. Somebody designed this and made this. So that goes with the earth and living things. They've been designed, like, they didn't just come into existence from a random chemical reaction that wasn't supposed to happen. That just doesn't work, because our DNA is too intricate. It had to have been carefully designed by an eternal being, which is God. So that's pretty cool. Argument number 3 is called the mind argument. Let's read it. If I believe there is no intelligent mind that caused our universe and Darwinian evolution is true, then no one designed our brain for the purpose of thinking. Everything in our universe would be the result of irrational and random processes and events. Therefore, thought would merely be the byproduct of atoms within our skull as random synapses fired in our brains. If that were the case, then we couldn't even trust our original thoughts for believing that there is no intelligent mind that caused our universe, because our brains would just perpetuate the randomness of the universe. Thus, in order to be able to trust our thoughts as intelligent and not random, there must be an intelligent mind that designed our mind for the purpose of thinking. So this is basically saying, like, if you believe, or if I believe that there is no intelligent mind that caused our universe, and, the universe just came to be from a big explosion or just a random chemical reaction, then everything in our universe would be the result of irrational and random processes. So therefore, thought would merely be just like the byproduct of atoms within our skull and random synapses in our brain. So our thoughts would just be completely random. If that were the case, then we couldn't even trust our own thoughts for believing that there was no intelligent mind that caused the universe. So in order to be able to trust our thoughts as intelligent and not random, there must be an intelligent mind, God, that designed our brains for the purpose of thinking. Alright, last argument, argument number 4. The moral argument. Everyone has an innate sense of right and wrong. Everyone knows that it is wrong to kill others and torture innocent children. From where did this knowledge come? There must be a beginning point for this knowledge. Since there are moral laws in the universe, there must be a moral lawgiver. That beginning point, the moral lawgiver, is God. This is saying we have an innate sense of right and wrong, like, don't put poison in food, but give a kid an apple instead of chocolate, or something like that. Don't murder, stuff like that. So, but like how do those thoughts come to be? Like how do we know what's right and wrong? There had to have been some sort of beginning point for this knowledge. And since there are moral laws in the universe, there has to be a moral lawgiver, which is God. These 4 arguments were written by my amazing Bible teacher. Again, you know who you are if you're watching this video. And he also said that some of these arguments have been adapted from C.S. Lewis, so give him some credit for this too. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. That was a lot of information, and it took me a while to process it. So you guys can watch this video as many times as you want, or even type out the arguments and print them, and just, read them a bunch of times until you understand them, because really, they helped me so much with doubting, and they helped me believe in God even more and realize, hey, God is real. So if you are an evolutionist out there, I would definitely consider reading these arguments. And if you're not an evolutionist, or even if you're a Christian, read these arguments, please. They are so good, and they helped me a lot. So, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye!